So Dolores, I saw your video and I was only in a few weeks ago, and I know I saw your video then in between then. So I was, shocked and I was worried, and you look amazing, but I guess, how are you feeling? How are you doing? What?
Rosalind, every day, every minute of this day, people are being diagnosed with cancer. And this is why I'm documented, because when I was here working with all the different clients, I knew what they were going through, but I didn't, I knew what they were going through, but unless you're experiencing it yourself, like everything in life, you don't really know. So it's really important for me, especially in what I do, that I'm documenting this and letting my clients know my journey, and especially new ladies that are going to have experienced the diagnosis and they're terrified and everything. No matter what happens, I'm just going to tell the truth of how I actually feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Many years ago, I could never make changes in my life unless my back was to the wall. My son used to say, "You're working too hard, you're doing this, that and the other." I go, I'm fine, you're doing, have more leisure time. I'm fine, But I had to experience this to really get it. So this is a whole new journey for me. And you know something, Rosalind? An awful lot of it I like.
Yeah.
Because I know I can
discovering.
rest. Yeah, I'm discovering new things about myself. I'm discovering my new strengths. I'm discovering the new me. I'm discovering that I can relax. I'm discovering that I can really eat well. I'm discovering that I can do some work and go home. And I'm also discovering that I'm grounded here. It has really put my feet flat on the ground. And every day is a day that I go, thank you God for saving my life. It's a good journey because it sort of grounded me unbelievably, because I sort of work like around the clock.
Workhorse.
Yeah.
And you're passionate about your business.
And I'm really passionate about my work. But it taught me that I can also relax. I can also, do different things rather than work. So I was diagnosed with bowel cancer. The journey started about 2 months ago, and a month before that, I just personally could not go to the toilet. I was completely blocked, and I kept saying to my son, there's a tiredness coming over me. I don't know what it is, but I'm really tired. So these were the symptoms I was getting. So as time went on, I knew it wasn't right. I listened to a few people which they say don't go on the internet, but I did about 4 days ago, and I listened to cancer survivors, and what they did, and I thought, listen, Dolores, you have to put as much effort into this as the doctors are putting into it, when I can. So I immediately changed my diet, went on all the juices, went on all the vegetable soups and everything. And you know something, before that I was quite ill, and then when I started that, I started to feel well. The nausea went, I started to build myself back up again. I didn't realise, and one person said, when you hear you have it and when you're going to go for treatment, shock comes to your body. But I didn't know I was in shock. But shock did come to my body. The doctor said, when you can, live as normal a life as possible. If you want to go to work, go to work.
And you're working.
And I'm working, Here I am at work today. And you know something? And so every day, since chemo, I've come in every morning. Sometimes I leave at 1 o'clock, sometimes I leave at 2, sometimes I leave at 3, which completely broke my day up.
So you were diagnosed, and then they told you the treatment plan. Did that give you some comfort? And then how did you feel before and during and after the first treatment?
Really, what I really want to get across to people that are going to watch this, and this is why I'm doing it as well, because the message was, my bloods were perfect, my examination was perfect.
Urine sample,
perfect. My urine sample was perfect. I wasn't bleeding. I got the all clear on all of those. But because I didn't feel well on myself, I literally persisted.
So the important thing is to listen to your body.
Oh no, the most important thing for anyone that's listening to this is, you're so right, Rosalind, is to listen to your body. I knew my body wasn't the same as it was a few months ago. And I knew I personally had to take this into hand and move forward with it myself.
And that takes a bravery, because you're trying to investigate something that might not be a good answer, and some people don't want to know, but at the same time, if you listen to your body, you know you're not well, finding out, facing it. So there's a lot of big words here: cancer, chemotherapy, radiation. It's just, you're going in for chemotherapy. You can't even imagine what that feels like. But just day one, you have the treatment. Day two, talk us through what you felt like, what your body felt like, your mind, body, everything. What were you going through day by day?
Well, the way I thought about it, I'm powerless over this, okay? Right. So I have to get this done if I want to get well. So when I left the hospital, I suppose I was still in the state of shock a bit, you know, because I was after going for my first chemo thing. But I just thought of when, you know, take a deep breath. I went home and I relaxed, and I was waiting for my body to feel different, but it didn't feel different the first day.
Okay.
So it was fine. I went home. I was all over the place a bit emotionally because it was a long day, and you know, seeing the doctors and everything.
The build as well for it.
Yeah. So I was tired, but I didn't know whether I was tired from the anticipation of getting there, being there, doing it, and then getting home. So I just got myself, the best thing you can do is get home, have a cup of tea, and get into bed and relax. So the nurse had said to me, you know, you can eat what you want, you know, because different people eat different things, different cravings come along, whatever, you know. And I thought, well, that's good to know, you know, so I won't feel guilty about whatever. And she was so right.
Yeah.
So day 2, I was very, very tired after it, I have to say, And I'm not used to being tired.
Yeah.
Okay, and I wasn't exhaustively tired, so I had to actually get up and go, okay, get up, it's a beautiful sunny day on the Sunday, okay? Get up, go out and water the flowers. Yeah. So I had to tell myself what to do.
Yeah.
Go and water the flowers. You know, how my stomach was feeling, my stomach was starting to get the nauseating feeling, okay? So now I can't have tea. Now I can't have different types of food. Everything was like, ooh, you know.
Make you feel...
Yeah, so I had to take the tablets. I had to take the steroid tablets, and I had to take anti-sickness tablets. And it was very hard to get them down. So I thought I have to do exactly, and the mouthwash, so I have to do exactly what I'm told. So I thought, you know what that must be, the nauseating? It's from the tablets, I thought, you know. So just get the tablets over. You've only got to do it for 2 days. So everything was a bit of a blur, really. Do you understand?
How many days did it take till you felt
No, so then, you know, as the week went in, the nausea got worse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't put anything down. I couldn't put my thyroid tablet down. I couldn't put even their nausea tablet down. I could do nothing. But the one thing I could do was, I could, you know, my diet completely changed at that point.
Okay.
I could only have chips. I know from my body that I cannot take a lot of medication. Even if I take a Disprin or anything, I can feel it reacts badly, you know. I know when I was pregnant, I had nauseated feeling all the time, right through the whole pregnancies. So I sort of thought, my body is accepting this chemo. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit like that. You know?
And you know your own body more than anyone else.
So that's what I did. So the nauseating feeling was there, and I thought, this is it. But the one great feeling was, before I went for chemo, I had a lot of pain in my rectum. And a lot of pressure was on me. But there was no pressure after the chemo.
Okay, that's good.
You know, everything seemed normal.
Okay.
Bowels were normal, everything was normal.
Okay, so that was...
So I was thinking,
your body
that was a successful chemo. So I have nausea, so live with it.
Yeah. There are worse things.
There are worse things.
Getting your body better is the main, is the
main
focus.
thing. Yeah, so I had to totally
focus in on that and then just deal with the nausea. So when is your next?
So then the nausea, can I just say the good news is, 2 days ago the nausea left.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so it's gone, and I can have my first cup of tea. So I put that on Facebook, my first cup of tea. Yeah. I then looked up everything and I changed my diet. They say, you know, I got into the juices, I got into the earth foods and the soups, the earth soups, and that's what I wanted then. So when I can do that, I definitely agree that this is what I'm going to do. I need to put as much work into this as I thought, as the doctors. And I need to put as much work into this as I did into my own career. They used to call me like, well, I did have 7 shops at one point, so I did have a lot to worry about. Managing everybody's staff, stocks, the buying and everything. So, you know, I became a crusade warrior. And luckily enough now I only have the hair club and Ballymount and the online, which is fantastic because, you know, I can manage all of this, even going through chemo and all of that. But I've realised that, you know, no matter what happens now, or if something happens, you know, with anything, whether it's to do with business or family, I go, do you know what? It's not worth it, you know.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff. This is what it's about now. I need to not get myself into any anxiety, any fear, or anything. This is a journey that I'm personally experiencing. When I got diagnosed, and the one thing it did was it jolted me. Say I was out in Mars somewhere. Man, I came back to Earth with a bang, okay? I was like, this is Earth, and I love Earth. I love my
I'm mortal,
children.
and I want to stay here.
Yeah, I love being here.
Yeah.
So no matter how much I felt
Life
like that
precious.
maybe about a month ago or 2 months ago, right now, was I even thinking that maybe I was a little bit down over something silly? No, I'm on Earth now.
Yeah.
So this is Earth, I want to stay here.
Yeah.
So it grounded me in that aspect, okay? And I said to my son, I don't care if I lose my hair. I've seen all my clients lose their hair. I don't care if I have to get a bag. I don't care how many chemos I have to go through. I just want to be here.
Yeah.
And I want to enjoy my next decade more than I've ever enjoyed anything, because I've experienced this.
Yeah. I think they say, don't they, 80% of what we worry about never even happens. Could even be 90. And I think it's very life affirming, life actualization and realization of actually this is me, this is my body, we get one life, one body, I've got to mind myself, got to take care of it, and maybe start exploring other aspects to your life than just work and things like that. And just, as you say, you're finding your inner strength, and you're also helping to inspire other people. And who would have thought that would have been part of your journey?
No, I'm actually enjoying life.